Hello, this is Dr. Elena Eustache, and today we have here Patrick Kilpatrick, and we're going to share all about his career and some secrets about his relationship and personal life. So nice to meet you.
Hello. Do your people who you interview ever try to lick you or kiss you or anything? You're so fetching. Do you know that word?
Thank you.
Fetching?
Yes, I do. Patrick, you have a buzz about Emmys. Tell us, what is this project and what TV show is it?
They have a submission process and I was put in, and it's my 76th show that I've done in 32 years as an actor. They've opened up the system a bit, so it used to be that you needed about $20,000 in order to run, and that usually made people who were on television series, but I've done a lot of guest star things, so I appeared in NCIS Los Angeles, that show, and it was put in for an Emmy. I'm sort of the go-to white Aryan supremacist guy, and I've played a lot of evil characters, and I'm always taking hostages and robbing banks and things. So this one did all of those things, and plus we were wrestling for the soul of a young white Aryan supremacist candidate. And so the role kind of brought a lot of those things together, and it was a high-profile show, and so I was happy to do it. And it was an episode directed by Frank Military, who's the executive producer of the show, and it was a big episode for them.
So who was your favorite person to work on the set?
You know, it's hard to beat working with Steven Spielberg, but I think his DP, Janusz Kaminski, was my favorite person. He's the most profane person I've ever met in my life. Like, you'll go on the set and he'll go, there's a statue of two men making love, and he'll go, that's what I'm going to do to you today, or something like that. And he's the direct opposite of Steven Spielberg.
Wonderful.
But he's incredibly talented, a genius at lighting, and he was really brilliant to work with.
I know you worked on the Minority Report with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Do you want to share us some secrets, some dirt?
You know, I don't understand the Scientology thing, but Tom was a great person to work with. He's very enthusiastic. He does his own stunts, which I appreciate, having done most of my own. He's a really, really good, warm guy. Picks up a lot of lunches. He was very nice to my children. I actually was hanging in his arms for 2 weeks because we were doing all that futuristic flying with the backpacks, and I would make fun of the whole gay thing, and he didn't seem to be attracted to me, so I don't think he's gay.
I was looking at your resume and I'm just exhausted looking at it. I don't know how you manage your personal life and your work life together and create balance. What's your secret?
Acting never really was enough for me, and I actually began as a writer, as a journalist and a magazine writer and an advertising creator. So I wasn't about to give up the skill of writing, so I started writing scripts, and then that takes you into the business of films and that kind of thing. So for me, it's just evolution. I call it curse of a liberal arts education. I'm very interested in a lot of things, and so it just happened by natural evolution. You know, you're an actor, you're on the set, you start figuring out how things work. You can see, even though you're working sometimes with some great directors, you can see things that maybe something from your opinion they've missed, or you might do something differently. It always helped out to be a writer, because if it would, suppose, and I've done plenty of them, the film was not so great, you could rewrite your lines. Sometimes I would get hired to polish the script. So you learn all about, I teach actors sometimes, and I've done it at universities and privately, and one of the things I always tell them is, this isn't just about acting. You need to learn about writing and producing and directing, because all of those things change your head chemically and allow you to become a better actor.
So now we're going to play a little game with Patrick. Patrick, so ask me 5 quick questions about women that you want to know.
What do you think is the single most thing that would readily make a woman angry?
The thing that upsets women the most is usually when you don't cherish their feelings, when they're not heard. If they don't like something and you just ignore how they feel and you just do your thing and you're not respectful of their feelings.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Why do you think that long term and I have some theories about this, that women wish commitment to a greater extent than men.
Women like to receive before they give. So when they receive commitment, they really feel safe, and then they feel like they can give themselves. But when they don't have the commitment, they always feel insecure, and then when they give, they get really upset.
And do you think that some of it has to do with biological, that they need a safe place because they're carrying the life impulse with them, and also through millennium, they needed to have safety from marauding bands and those kind of things?
Yeah, because feminine women really like to feel safe and protected, and they feel safe when someone commits to them, because love is commitment. So when you commit to your woman, she's open to give you anything. But when she gives without receiving, she actually doesn't feel good.
Well, of course, that wouldn't make anybody feel good, but okay. Do you think a man should consider it a red flag if he was dating a woman for a month, pretty regularly, and at no time in that month did she offer to take him to dinner or to cook him a meal?
Yes, I do feel it could be a red flag, because everything is balanced in life, and when a man gives and woman receives and she never gives back, maybe she's a club woman and she's looking for sugar daddy and she's not really a giving person. So it could be a red flag. It's not necessary that she has to buy you a dinner.
No.
She can cook for you or do something special to give back.
Right.
So there needs to be a balance.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think that fundamentally there's any advantage to marriage for a man, particularly in California?
Well, there is an advantage being married, because we all are made to make children, and it is better for the children, of course. And for men, then when they're older, because when a man goes through andropause, they can actually be alone, because they can die of broken hearts. So men that are older really need women more than older women. So marriage is really important, especially for men that is getting older. Thank you so much for being here, Patrick. It was such an honor, and thank you for sharing with us all your secrets about your career and all your exciting moments. And I really wish you all the best at the Emmys, and we all gonna cheer for him and that he wins this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching us. This is Dr. Elena Eustache, and I look forward to see you next time for more exciting topics.